Hello guys, so another quick tip and another quick informational video for you, and this time I want to talk about why our arms, specifically when we're talking about arm development, need less training sorry about that. Why our arms need less training than other body parts like our legs, our chest, our back, etc. And it's a relatively short and simple answer here, and that is because our arms are used typically for a lot of those other body parts as well as a synergist muscle. So an example for that is, so let's take the biceps first of all, for example. So the biceps here, okay, the purpose of the biceps primarily is to flex the elbow, alright? So flexing the elbow is the biceps' primary function, okay? Now, if you're doing, let's say for example, exercises for your back, like a bent over row, so here, bent over row, our elbow is flexing a bit. So even though the primary muscle working in a bent over row would be our lats, our rhomboids, our back posterior muscles, our biceps are still a synergist, and they're still engaged somewhat in that movement, okay? At quite a high load, but a lot more than you would be able to bicep curl. So our biceps are getting indirect stimulus. Same thing with triceps, okay? So let's take a floor press, for example. Okay, so the primary function of our triceps is to extend at the elbow. Okay, so the opposite of the biceps flex at the elbow, the triceps will extend at the elbow. So if we're doing something like a floor press, and I really hope you can see this on the camera. So if I'm doing a floor press, or even a push-up, that would have been easier to film, wouldn't it? What about it? Okay, so a floor press here. As I push back up, as much as I'm the primary movement and the primary muscle working is the chest and the pectoral muscles, my elbows are bent and they're going to an extended position. Okay, so essentially my triceps are still functioning and working through that compound movement. So where in your sessions you may have maybe, let's say for example, 8 sets worth of chest exercises programmed and only 1 set worth of, or 2 sets worth of triceps, that's because your triceps are still a part of the other movements as well. All of your pushing movements, your triceps will be a part. They'll be a synergist muscle. They'll still be collecting and gaining stimulus. Same with pulling movements. Your biceps will still gain stimulus. Alright? So that's why our arms don't need as much direct training. And oftentimes when we do overstimulate the muscles, we can overtrain them. And there's no need to do that, especially when you're getting so much stimulus from your compound movements. So, I hope that helps, guys. If you want to know more about anything I've spoken about here, shoot me a message, you know where I am. Always happy to help you. Love coaching each and every one of you guys, and I will speak to you all soon.